the top ones are actually were paying for the bottom ones when it came to our profit margins. But I really would love to hear your, because what I want to do is I'll get into the methods of how to collect the data through these feedback loops, but I want to talk about employee feedback and also the continual collection of data from that fractional CFO point of view, where you're the business owner, you don't even really need to ask them. Now, we want a feedback loop, we want to collect data, but you can collect data without actually getting a suggestion box, just by being aware and what's the word I'm trying to find? Just being aware and paying attention. So can you talk about turnover, kind of what I just,
Yeah. So it could be as simple as using a Google form to create a questionnaire. And it could be asking about the benefits. Our benefits are swapping at the, usually that's when you get your annual re-up on health insurance and everything. And you can say, would you want us to switch to a different provider? Would you, you can ask those kind of questions to your employees, but also asking them for just general feedback. Do you feel like you're getting enough support in your role? Do you feel like you're getting enough guidance to succeed and to move up? I mean, the succession planning is huge right now, and there's really a terrible transfer of information between growth of positions. And so, do you have a path of growth in your position, and are you happy and going to stay there? Because if they don't see a path for growth and they don't feel seen and heard, they're going to go somewhere else.
What do you think happens to a company that has high turnover rates? What do you think their future is?
Well, I feel like their productivity is really low. Like I said, transfer of information can be really difficult. And so if you're constantly training somebody over and over, they're never getting proficient at it. And so everything's going to happen slower than it might happen anyways. Hiring is an expensive and timely process. And so, if you have to use headhunters, then you have to pay, sometimes it's 30% of the salary that you're going to offer the person. And it's time intensive to go through interviews, job postings, cost money. I mean, hiring staff is one of the more complicated parts of running a business and should not be taken lightly. And because of that, you don't want to do it more than you have to. You knew one every day, but if you were told that you would have to do 2 every day because of inefficiencies, you'd say, how can we reduce that as much as possible?
Right. So that's actually a really good set of information, is that if you have a high turnover rate, your efficiency and your productivity rate is going to be tanked.